And today I'm gonna share with you 3 misconceptions about pleasure, especially when you approach intimacy with your partner and you want to start practicing conscious intimacy, conscious connection. You want to remember those 3 misconceptions and maybe think about them, because they can really start changing the trajectory of your relationships and your physical connection. So, the first misconception about pleasure is that my partner is responsible for my pleasure. No, no. You are responsible for your pleasure. And you're going to ask me, how is this possible? My partner, he's doing the things to me. And I'll give you a very simple example. I used to go to salsa dancing years ago, and I was a terrible, terrible salsa dancer. And first, men were quite attracted. They wanted to dance with me. But as soon as they invited me into the dance, and they were great dancers, they realized I can't move how they move. I don't hear the rhythm of the music. And no matter how great they were, if I didn't develop that ability in me, if I couldn't listen to music, if I couldn't move according to the music, there's nothing they could do. So it was my responsibility to learn the basic of salsa first before actually stepping into the dance floor. The same with intimate relationships. We got brainwashed that our partner is responsible for our happiness, our partner is responsible for our emotions, our partner is responsible for our pleasure, our partner is responsible for our intimacy, from both sides. And it doesn't work this way. Finally, as a humanity, we're coming back to remembering and taking responsibility for ourselves. The only responsibility in all paradigms that we used to take before physical intimacy is having a physical shower, a proper shower. And we thought that was enough, or maybe dressed quite well, so like physical appearance. But that's not enough. When I'm responsible for my own pleasure, I'm responsible for my connection to the body, for if my body, can I actually feel my body? Can I actually connect to my body? Do I feel my lower center? So is it blocked by pain, by shame, by fear? Am I sitting in my head, or can I go down into my body? Do I do yoga, Pilates? Do I move? Do I run? So I can get energy. I can feel energy in my body. And if I don't, my partner can be the most perfect lover, but it's not gonna last for me. Because he can do everything possible, even ignite some sparks in me initially. But if I don't listen to my own body, if I'm not connected to it, to my own sensuality, there's nothing my partner can do. But this is so liberating for both in a couple. It's not about taking responsibility of the partner completely. No, he's still responsible for the moves and for your coherent dance. But it's about invitation for myself to take responsibility for my pleasure and say, look, if I don't feel anything down there, it might be not your fault. It might be not that you're not doing things enough. It may be me not being interested what's going on down there, because I'm constantly in my head, I'm stressed, I'm negative, I'm emotionally numb, and I'm tired. And maybe I need to bring attention to myself and to understand what's going on with me. And this is crucial. And that takes some weight off from our partners, and we take weight off from us when our partner doesn't get pleasure from our efforts, because we realize we are responsible for our own pleasure. We are the basis of it, and then the partner comes to dance with us. And we can guide them better because we know ourselves better. And for women, this is crucial because we are the source of pleasure. We don't even need a man to be that pleasure, to be that sensuality. And it's not against man. It's saying man then connects to us and he ignites, from the spark that we are, he makes a fire. And the deeper he can connect to us, the more pleasure he gets. So if for a woman it's to become a source of ecstasy and pleasure, to connect with it without relying on her partner, and she can do that, I promise you, then for a man is to learn how to deeply connect with his woman, so he can get as much pleasure as she can get. And that's connecting to her at all different levels. And that's very new concept for our old paradigm, intimacy. That's really a crime against humanity, what they did to us, what they made us think of, what they made women think of their pleasure, what they made men think of their pleasure. That's a crime against humanity. And when you know the truth, when the truth has been revealed to you through years and years of pleasure, you want to teach it. You want to pass this on, because Tantra can make a huge difference to your life, to your connection, to yourself, to your partnerships, to your intimacy. So again, misconception number 1, your partner is not responsible for your pleasure. You are. Okay. Misconception number 2, we have only 3 in this video. So misconception number 2 is stress. I think I can be stressed, I can be tense, I can have issues at work, issues with family, elsewhere, and then I can go into intimacy with my partner and basically dump everything on him or on her. No, you can't. You shouldn't. Your partner is not a dumping ground for the energies that you hold. You go somewhere else, negative energy, you go frustrated, you go upset, and then you're trying to get something, to get pleasure from your partner, whilst dumping in your field, in your common field, in your loving field, all this negativity, all this stress, trying to release it. And often, if you go into intimacy with stress and you manage to release it somehow, getting some pleasure, you will immediately experience a very strong dip, a low mood, where you wouldn't want even to connect with your partner. You want to be left alone and just be in your own bubble, and it doesn't feel good for your partner to be left like that. But there is nothing you can do, because your hormones, stress got released, dumped into your partner field, into your common field, and then you just want to rest. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to connect emotionally because you're empty. And we shouldn't come into intimacy being empty, feeling like we are exhausted. And that's the only way I can at least somehow get this relief from exhaustion, from stress, from tension. No, that's not fair. And that's how relationships, like, it's every time you do that, you kill your relationship. You cut a little bit of love, sadly. And you don't want to do that, do you? And if you come into the intimacy full, and you give from that fullness, oh my God, then you grow your field, then you grow your love, then you grow your connection. That's very different states. You're coming into the connection, into the intimacy, very different states. So misconception number 2, I can go into intimacy being stressed, being tense, being negative, it doesn't matter. It will restore me. No. It will remove something from your relationships at that moment, and will keep removing from it. Strong, yeah. Okay, and number 3, the last one for today. I have many. Number 3 is, let me see. Yeah. Number 3 is that we believe deep within ourselves that we are unworthy of pleasure. That's a really strong human conditioning, that we have to work hard to get pleasure, that we have to do something, like to be extraordinary, to have pleasure, to get pleasure. And really, with pleasure is very much connected with rejection. Either way, if you give pleasure, you receive pleasure. We always often struggle to receive pleasure. Because again, as I said, we don't feel worthy, we feel we have to work hard for it. We have to be deserving of it. And that's how we attach so much shame and guilt onto pleasure, onto experience pleasure in intimacy, especially. And it doesn't even, this is not even like, it doesn't stay with intimacy, it's much bigger than that. But we of course, right now focusing exactly on physical intimacy and connection, on conscious intimacy. But usually it's much bigger, but yes. So then pleasure, which is very innocent by its nature, pleasure is extremely innocent, gets lots of things attached to it, shame, guilt. And then from shame and guilt, we grow in manipulation, we hiding, we pleasing, we pretending, we demanding, we performing, because we somehow, we somehow feel stuck, we somehow feel guilty, we somehow feel shame. I feel shame if I don't feel pleasure. I have to pretend I do, that my partner did well. I feel guilt if my partner didn't experience pleasure and I experienced it. I've done something wrong. I wasn't a caring enough partner. And then we start lies, we start manipulation, we hide our truths, and becomes again one little things come on top of another and another and another. And we don't know how to stop. And then we break our relationships, break our connection. Such a shame. So remember, pleasure is innocent. It's like a butterfly. You can't catch it and bring it and go, it's very tender. It's it's flowing. You just have to relax. You just have to get yourself into this aliveness, into this mood. Allow yourself to love yourself first. And then pleasure comes as an innocent gift. And if it doesn't come, it will come next time. There is no shame about it. You don't have to get it straight away. Maybe you can start with simple things before intimate pleasure. Enjoying your food, like really enjoying it. Or enjoying conversation, getting out of your head into your heart, into your lower centers, into your sex centers. So I'm gonna end here, but I will continue with this series. So wait for the next video. You can subscribe, maybe here. And yes, and let's talk about it more.